Alrighty, and now comes the best man's duties. The day of the wedding, to make sure all this happens, you want to consider these few things that must be done on the wedding day to ensure a success. First thing in the morning, you can call the bride the morning of the wedding and check to see if everything is okay. You can update her on the groom, ask her if there's anything that you can do for her, assure her that everything is on schedule. Remember these 4 big points. They start the day on a high note. Calling her in the morning saying, hey, we're all awake, we're all alive, and we're ready to start this day. She knows that everything's going smoothly. Just one phone call can really, help her to relax, that she knows all the guys are in check. Especially if she's, you're a bunch of irresponsible rowdies. Learn the traditions and format for the ceremony so you can look calm, cool, and sophisticated. During the ceremony, leave humor to the bride and groom only. Yeah, don't make jokes during the ceremony at the church at all. Let somebody else do that. At the ceremony, and all the while you are in the church, keep your eye on the bride. Very, very important. She wants to be the queen, the princess, so treat her as such at that point. Be as well-mannered as you've ever been. You're serving a princess here. When documents need signing, remember the bride goes first, then others. After the ceremony, know what is expected of you and try to be prepared. If it's time for photos, check the groom's hair, his shoes, his attire, make sure he looks perfect and his fly is done up. You can even also help the ushers and the bridesmaids to get all ready for the wedding photos. Sometimes there's some chaos there and somebody needs to step up the plate to get things going. Do whatever is necessary to keep things perfect and running smooth. Okay, so now if in limos, if you're in a limousine, there may be some alcohol inside the limousine. You can have a toast, but again, don't be getting liquored. It's up to you to make sure that very little is consumed. And really, as the best man, it's kind of your job to keep an eye on the groom too. He's nervous. He's having an exciting day, and he may think that alcohol might be the answer, and it's not. So, if you're not drinking much, he might not drink much. And if you're not drinking much and he is a little bit, tell him to calm down, and he's following your lead and not just you getting liquored and telling him not to drink. So, keep your eye on him as well as yourself. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. If the groomsmen are getting liquored, who cares? You have a job to do. You're the best man, be the best man. When the wedding party gathers to take photos, go up to the bride. Even though she is being looked after by the bridesmaids and stuff, ask her if there's anything she needs or wants. If she has a request, make sure you or someone else takes care of it as soon as possible. Again, just ask her if she needs anything. When you're out taking photos, if you're in a park or something and it's hot and she needs a drink, do whatever you can to make her more comfortable. At the lunchtime, keep the groom immaculate and monitor all booze intake over the lunch. And remember, the reception, is your place to shine. So don't be getting all liquored up here. And when you're at the reception hall, remember when dinner arrives, just take a moment to get up and ask the bride if she's okay, if she needs or wants anything. You're not required to do it personally, however, it will be up to you to get the necessary people to take care of what it is that she needs. So after the speeches, after you've delivered your speeches, you may be required to announce the bridal dance. Remember to watch the bride and groom's first dance. Remember this, it's a courtesy. When they have their first dance, watch. Again, when she looks at you, you should be looking at her. She wants to be the center of attention. She cannot be if you're not looking at her. So if you're looking at her, she feels like she's the center of attention, and that's what she wants. It's very important. They may want you to start dancing partway through the bridal dance or wait until the second dance. Confirm, after dinner, confirm when you're going to be dancing. During their wedding song or after their wedding song. And if you're the best man, you're going to be dancing with the maid of honor. Now this time, once you've done that, it's basically time to celebrate, right? So, however, you must remember that you're still ambassador to the party, still obligated to the bride and groom until they leave the reception. Dance at least once with the bride, no more than twice, and that is, of course, unless she's your sister. And what I'm talking about there is slow dancing. Make sure you have a dance with the bride. And If there's other dancing and you're the dancing type, then go out there and on the dance floor you can dance. But make sure that you dance with the bride at least once. If you have to dance with the bridesmaid, the maid of honor, make sure you do that at least once. And if possible, dance with a couple people at the wedding party. You are an ambassador to this party. It really is your responsibility to make sure everybody's having a good time. So go out there and get out of your shell. I know a lot of guys don't like to dance, but here's a really good time to dance. Get out there and dance a little bit. Do what you can. People aren't judging you on your dancing skills here. They're judging you to see if you're really the best man, and that's what the best man does. He goes out and he tries. You don't have to be the best dancer. You just have to try to have a good time. And if you can, dance at least once with each bridesmaid and the mother of both the bride and groom. As the best man, if you can dance with the mother of the bride and groom, come on, you're a hero. Top-notch stuff. And pay attention to the traditional wedding functions and participate. Whatever is going on with these wedding things, and we're talking about the garter toss or doing a chicken dance, whatever, do them. Make sure you're there for them. Make sure your jacket's on as well. You will want to work the room. That is, go around and engage a few guests in short conversations relevant to the wedding. And don't use any negativity. Don't be talking about people. Like the bride and groom will walk around the room and say hi to all their guests. There's no problem with you doing the same thing. Make a point of coming out of your shell and talking to as many people as possible. You are the ambassador of the party. You have not finished your duties yet, so continue to monitor your drinking. You are on duty until the bride and groom leave the building for the night. When the wedding is pretty much over, coordinate removal of the gifts. Responsibility for the envelopes generally resides to the best man. At the end of the reception, it's your responsibility to see that the parents of the bride and groom have been taken home okay, that they got a cab, that they got a ride, whatever. If they are driving, make sure that they're capable. Don't let them drive home drunk. If they are visibly drunk, then do what you can to stick them in a cab or whatnot. Then, at the end of the evening, when everybody leaves, then the party's over. And basically, you want to make sure that you get home safely too. I want to say too, that once the guests leave, then if you want, you can have a drink, then you can get drunk because your job is done. But not really. I mean, you still have to get home safely. If you get too liquored and get into an accident on the way home, it is a downer for the whole wedding. Remember, this is a party, but it's not your party. This is a wedding for the bride and groom. So don't think that it's your chance to go out and get cheap booze here or free booze because it's an open bar. Do what you can to stay sober and make sure the night is a success. And even if you have to go home sober, know that you did the right thing, that the bride and the groom are going to just think you're a hero. They're going to really appreciate you for that. And then the next day, if you need to go out and get liquored, hey, so be it. And basically, that's your duties the day of the wedding.